The storm was furious. The wind cut through the night like a blade, and the rain hammered against the cabin's windows. Inside, Lily, just 7 years old, was curled up in the corner, holding something small and trembling. But it wasn't a regular dog. No, she knew Rusty wasn't like the others. From the moment she found him in that storm a year ago, something in his eyes told her he was different. "I won't let them take you, Rusty," she whispered, her voice trembling, but filled with a strength she didn't know she had. Fear squeezed her chest, but she knew. No one would separate them. Not now. Not ever. Outside, footsteps echoed, heavy, deliberate. "Lily Morgan!" The voice sliced through the night, more threatening with each passing second. Lily froze. Her heart pounded, almost jumping out of her chest. The footsteps came closer, but unlike her, Rusty didn't seem scared. His eyes were fixed on the door, silent, as if he knew what was happening. "They won't take you," she whispered, tightening her grip on Rusty, feeling the intensity of his presence. But with each passing second, she could feel him becoming something else, something bigger, something she didn't completely understand, but felt wasn't good. And then, the door creaked open, and the beam of light from the lantern sliced through the room. Heavy footsteps entered the cabin. Lily shrank into the shadows, her body pressed into the corner. But Rusty, he didn't move. His eyes were fixed on the door. He knew what was about to happen. He knew. "Lily, where are you?" The voice cut through the cabin's silence, and the footsteps drew closer. But something in the air had shifted, a sense that everything was about to be revealed. Something in Rusty, something in him was changing. "Rusty," Lily whispered, her voice thick with emotion. Her eyes were locked on him, but instead of a scared pup, she saw something else, something deep, something wild, something ready. He stood up slowly, as if preparing for something. His muscles were more tense than ever. "What's happening?" Lily thought, panic spreading. But before she could process it, Rusty did something that froze her in place. It wasn't a bark, it wasn't a dog sound. It was something primal, something wild. He turned, facing her, and his eyes glowed with an intensity that made her realize he wasn't just a dog. He wasn't just a pup. He was a wolf. "You're not just a dog," Lily whispered, the truth crashing down on her like a weight. He had never been an ordinary dog, but now she knew Rusty was more than that. He was a wolf. He always had been. The tension in the air grew, and a deep understanding washed over Lily. He didn't want to be just a wolf. He wanted to be free. He wanted to be something without shackles, without chains, something that could run without limits, without barriers, something like a motorcycle. She looked at him, and then she understood. You don't want to be trapped. You want to be free, like a motorcycle. The shock hit her, but the truth seemed obvious now. Rusty wasn't just an ordinary wolf. He wanted more. He wanted to be fast, agile. He wanted freedom. "You're not just a wolf," Lily murmured, and Rusty's eyes glowed even brighter. There was no more fear. It wasn't about being found or captured. It was about being free. And at that moment, she knew what she had to do. Rusty didn't want to live in fear anymore. He didn't want to live a limited life, trapped in a limited body. He wanted to fly. And together, Lily and Rusty would go after that freedom. With the footsteps outside growing closer, Lily slowly stood up. She looked at Rusty, determination burning in her eyes, something she had never known she had. "Let's go, Rusty. No more limits." And together, with the storm howling outside and the growing threat approaching, they stepped out. Not as a girl and her dog, but as something more. Free. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more thrilling adventures.